Good evening. Welcome to Confessions Tonight. Why is it Confessions Tonight? Because I'm going to talk about some things that I have not talked about before, that I wouldn't dare have spoken of unless something had not happened yesterday. So I have to tell you my whole story. As you know, I'm a troublemaker. And why do I make trouble? Because I can't stand living under this banking dynasty. It's the same banking dynasty that's been secretly running things since they killed Napoleon. And they're proud they killed Napoleon, which is also interesting. Okay, they're so proud of themselves that they managed to slowly murder someone. That's not right. Okay, this is not a situation that's okay. Okay, so I'm protesting something that is so in need of being protested by every single man, woman, child, dog, horse, and plant. Okay, when you understand the nature of the regime that we're under and how they are deliberately destroying people's lives, deliberately waging financial war on us, deliberately lying to us all the time, playing all of these sick media tricks. I'm so tired of it. Oh, the games. Oh, the games. The games. Games, okay? I don't like living under a regime which is just a bunch of games rolling out of a Ponzi scheme, okay? And please, someone, if I'm wrong, let me know, because I'm not. I can prove everything. So it's not a question of right and wrong. It's a question of what are we going to do about it? Because we all have choices. And this is what I'm doing with my choice. And I am riled up and fed up. Oh my goodness, am I fed up? And that is the operative expression. I am fed up. And I've been fed up. I think I got fed up a little earlier than other people, but you've been joining me. So let's unite. Let's get right with God. Let's figure out what our next move is. Let's follow our guidance and let's march forward and take over, because this cannot continue. I've been listening to Elvis on his new performances, his new gigs, his new tour, whatever you want to call it. I watch everything I can, obviously, just to see what's going on, because I don't even know what's going on in my own life. But nonetheless, I do watch. And he gets me so mad. Oh my goodness, he gets me so mad at this dynasty, not at him. I'm grateful to him because he is fighting. He's a fighter. So I know he's trying to get everybody mad, and it's working on me. That's for sure. I'm furious. So that's what's going on in one area. And I have Mars in my ascendant. Okay, so I am a hothead. I am easy to get riled up. And I'm hurt and I'm damaged and all kinds of things like that. It's very afflicted. It's a lot of pain. So it makes me even more tumultuous. I'm very tumultuous. So, okay, that's what's going on over there. Hopefully, the awakening will happen and we'll all wake up and we'll all do what we're supposed to do and what we should have been doing. And we know we should have been doing it. We wanted to do better. We're going to do better now. There's a way. Okay? And then there's this mysterious genius, this ethereal, brilliant musician named Van Morrison, who's like incredible. He's so inspired and so clearly a mystic, such an eccentric person, so his own person, and so full of surprises. So he's such an incredible tribute to humanity, if you ask me. That's how I feel about him. And basically, over the last few years, I did start to realize that he might like my project, and I hoped he did. And if he did, that would have been a great honor. So I started to really pay attention to him. And the funny thing is, I have like all this horrible problems with Elvis, and we've never even met. Which is funny. We've like hurt each other, damaged each other, problems. I mean, oh my goodness. How did two people hurt each other so much before they meet? I don't even know. So we've been at it for a long time, I'm sure. because I've been trying to tell the story. It's very complicated. Anyway, I have no complaints with Van. I'm gonna call him George Ivan because I feel the song stage name that he just released indicated to me that he would like to go back to George Ivan if he needs to. Okay, because a lot of games are played in the music business with names. And I know this because I pay attention to Elvis and George Ivan. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do pick up on the vibes they put out, and I do see kind of the nature of their business and how what a racket it is, basically. What a racket. Oh my goodness. And they can't complain because everybody else is worse off. That's the reality. But they are being, they're being ripped off too. Don't think they're not. I know they get the first class and all that, but they are being ripped off and they are targeted. It's not like it looks. Absolutely not. And that's why I feel both of them have been so incredible in their willingness to stick their neck out and support me. They did it how they felt they could do it, but I will take anything. And I'm grateful. And I'm grateful most of all for the heart, the sentiment, the intentions behind it. Oh my, that means everything to me. Look, money is a great thing, but that stuff means a lot more to me. The heart and the love and the solidarity, all these things mean a million times more to me than money. It means everything to me. As I was doing this project, I was like, how come people aren't being more supportive? They're kind of, when the project took off, people started to treat me like I had, I don't know, a virus. People like, oh, she's doing something different. That's terrifying. Don't get near her. They might put us on the list. Like that kind of thing. I think people should be supporting me and not just backing away slowly. So I've been really disappointed by a lot of things that I've seen, and then I've been really thrilled by other things I've seen. So some people, yeah, you guys are a huge disappointment, but some people came through, and they should be get all the pats on the back, all the credit in the world, all the honors, because they did the right thing, and they didn't have to, but they did. And I from my heart support Elvis and George Ivan because they did the right thing, and they were my two favorite musicians anyway, which is so funny. Anyway, so George Ivan has always just been such a just a beautiful spirit, and I just love listening to his music, and then when I started to feel like he supported my project, just meant so much to me. And sometimes I would get little vibes from him, like I would almost like feel him sometimes. I really am very psychic and telepathic and all that stuff, very sensitive. So I would feel him and how he was doing, and I feel how he feels. He's in a lot of pain. He really is. But we all are in a lot of pain. So we need to love each other and support each other as much as we can, all of us. Anyway, so he shares his life with us and he tells us how he feels, and that's such a special thing about him. I just want everybody to just support him because he gives of himself. He puts himself into his work. I know we all work and we all deserve that too, and that's true, but I want people to support him. I saw a performance yesterday that I put on the blog of people being so supportive to him. It made my night, made me so happy to see that people were appreciating him. I mean, he's a big star, I know that, but really appreciating him the way they should have been. Sometimes I see people talking in the audience, with my heroes, and I just get so mad. I want to just, how dare you? How dare you speak? You must not speak. They're playing. I get really mad. But it seems like people are starting to listen up. So I'm really happy to see that too. So yesterday, I heard Van Morrison. And it felt like him. I know. I think it was him. And please, if I'm wrong, let me know I'm wrong. I want to know if I'm wrong. Truly. I don't want to be wrong. I want to be correct. Who doesn't want to be correct? So I did actually hear Van Morrison go through. And I think I know it was him. It felt like him. I think I know his personality. And he was saying, what was he saying? He was like, I can be telepathic too, you know? Like, I can do these things too, kind of saying. He was saying something along those lines. He's so emotional. And I think I could even hear an Irish accent. His brogue. I think so. He's so emotional. And then I think he asked me to do his chart. I know. I was like, are you serious? I wanted to. I was really into it, but he's so fiery. I don't want to provoke him in any way. I walk on eggshells because I don't want to upset him because I know he's hurting a lot. I don't want to add to that. I really don't. Okay. So I went and looked up Van Morrison's chart, George Ivan's chart. That's just his real name, George Ivan. It's a cute name too. It's so English though. George. Anyway, so the thing I really wanted to look into is that we both have Mars on the ascendant, which in the most basic telling is saying that we're fighters. We are fighters and we both fight. So that's kind of a validation of astrology right there. And both of us, if the birth time is correct, it should be okay. It shouldn't be too far off, hopefully. We both have Mars in the 12th house. So very mystical. We're both very mystical. So that supports it. And then he has a moon. The moon aligned with that. Can you imagine? We both have moon in Pisces. Moon in Pisces is so sensitive, so horrifically sensitive, too sensitive. And it doesn't just get you with the sensitive. It's like you kind of don't know how you feel and you kind of have problems with women. I have problems with women too. It's not just you. So yeah, it's like kind of problems with women because the moon is women or maybe your mother. And then, oh my goodness, as if that wasn't enough. So that's tough. That shows you how emotional he is. Uranus. Oh my goodness. Like exactly with the moon aligned. That's crazy. So that's horrible anxiety. And I know you have it. Horrible anxiety. That because I have very similar. I have Mars. I put it on the astrology report on the blog. I have Mars opposition Uranus. Okay, and he has Mars aligned with Uranus. It's similar. It's very similar. I know it's very similar because it makes you really nervous, and I think you're almost prone to accidents. And it's just think about that surprising, shocking, brilliant, kind of kooky Uranus energy with Mars. Put that together. That's gonna feel like dangerous. I have that, so we're both like pretty dangerous. And then so emotional about it. It's really funny. And he has it's funny, he has a sextile with the Mercury. Mercury in he has all that in Gemini. The moon, Uranus, and Mars. Okay, so put that together as a stellium. Okay, so he's really emotional and nervous. And then a hothead in Gemini. So that's a place of communication and thinking. And it's in the 12th house. So he's not always sure what's going on either. Those things are, how like everybody knows about you but yourself. It's that kind of feeling, the 12th house. Like everybody knows you're like that but you. It's a little difficult to access those energies, and then they probably like explode sometimes. And that, we all hear that sometimes he does get into a mood, and somebody with that would. So don't blame him. Has a good soul. He's a very good heart, but he deals with a lot. You can see that emotionally. That's really hard on him, and it's on his ascendant. Everybody sees it. Everybody knows he's like that. It's funny that actually is, if you look at those energies, it's him. That's funny. Because he is like on edge a little bit. But he's very emotional and don't mess with him. Listen, we're going to win. We'll win. We'll win. We'll find a way. We will find a way somehow. We'll make this better. That's what we're here for. We're here to fight. and accomplish things. They didn't put us here for nothing. Okay? So we'll make it. Okay, so he is a sextile with Mercury. Okay, so there it's saying it twice. Mercury rules Gemini. Okay, and he has a sextile Gemini. So it's really telling you this is somebody who is involved in communications and thinking. Okay, this is a media. This is somebody who has luck with the media. That's really literal. So it's telling you that twice. And then he has a square with Neptune. I'm going to put Neptune alone. There's no Chiron's there. So that really magnifies the Neptune to have Chiron there. And it's a hard aspect. So this is gonna really hurt him a lot. And it's in Libra. And he does express his pain in his music. And Libra would be music. And Neptune in Libra is a musician, if you think about it, because Libra is so beautiful and graceful and seductive, and Pisces is so ethereal and spiritual. You would really expect to see that. That's a good validation too. And he's Pallas Athena. He fights through his music. Like I was saying the other day, Pallas Athena is someone who fights just war through patterns, through strategy, through thought. This is not somebody who wants to be violent. This is someone who fights with their mind. So he has that in Libra, just like Elvis does. Elvis also is fighting with harmony. It's really interesting. They both have that. That is so cool. That's what we're doing. We're learning the patterns. Anyway, that's gotta hurt though. Chiron with Pisces, because Pisces is already so sensitive, and that's hurting him. He's in a lot of pain from this aspect. This is gonna hurt him, and it's in love, in relationships. He has a lot of pain with his relationships. A lot of pain, a lot of pain. And then he has this luck with media. He's really good at he's good at reaching people. He's good at communicating, but his feelings hurt horribly. I'm sorry. Anyway, we'll do our best. We'll do our best to get through this. But we can support each other. That's what we can do. We can only do what we can do, you know? Anyway, so we're going to continue to explore George Ivan's chart, because that was incredible. That was him. Amazing. I can't even believe how much it's incredible. Anyway, there you go. So here's a letter from Napoleon to Josephine. Napoleon has been sucked into one of these fomented wars by that dynasty in England that has been causing wars for 2 centuries. It needs to end. Okay? I can't just be here while they constantly invent stories so they can kill people in wars. Okay? I'm so sick of this. It's so not okay. Oh my goodness. So not okay. And that bullfighting, oh my goodness. I'm haunted by that bullfighting yesterday. That has to stop. Oh my goodness. What? We have to stop being brutal. You know, it's like Elvis's Monkey to Man song. We have to stop being like that. We have to at least be as nice as animals. Can we do that? Can we just be like animal level cruel? Wouldn't that be nice? I mean, I look at animals and I'm like, why aren't we like that? I am. I mean, I'm a little terrible, but animals are a lot nicer than we are. We should be as nice as animals. Wouldn't that be great? Let's try for that. Anyway, that was so horrible. I hate animal cruelty, as everyone does. So hopefully we could work on that if we could get past this the BS story era that we've been living in our whole lives. Wouldn't that be incredible? And then we could start doing something about the cruelty to children and animals. Oh my goodness, wouldn't that be incredible? What an incredible motivator for us. I'm glad that was described, and I'm glad I read it, because that's how you get change. But it haunted me really bad, and I can't stand anyway, so it did its job. We have to stop a cruelty to humans and animals immediately. I can't believe we live under a dynasty that fosters this. How is that even legal to even do such a thing? Oh my goodness, I hate rodeos too. Anyway, where I lived in Brazil is all rodeos. Anyway, so let's continue. This is Napoleon is in a see, I can't even talk. He got sucked into another war by that banking dynasty, and he started taking over in Germany. Why? He didn't want to be there. Okay, basically they would start up these wars against him, and he'd say, "Oh, you want war? Okay, I'm gonna work that to my advantage." But actually, Napoleon thought he could beat them in that way. He could not. He was absolutely wrong about that. He was actually playing their game. He was doing what they wanted because they wanted wars. See, Napoleon was subverted. They wanted wars, and Napoleon gave them wars. Napoleon was a useful idiot. That is the tragedy of all this. This is the truth. Okay? Napoleon got sucked into that banking dynasty's tricks. Oh my goodness. And they have been trying and trying and trying to do it to me. Okay? And now I'm under permanent house arrest, and I blacklisted to an entire class of people who actually, I know a lot of you guys secretly like me. Okay? Let's get together and act like humans and move on, all of us. I am not against anyone except the genocide people, okay? Some people are very seriously trying to exterminate the majority of the planet. We all know this now. That's who I'm against. If you're not a genocide person at the heart level, I don't have a problem with you, believe me. So don't be scared of me. But genocide people, the genocide people need to be dealt with, okay? Everybody knows I'm right, okay? So that's what I'm saying. See? This is how I fight. Napoleon got sucked into their wars, okay? It's terrible. And this is what's happening. Napoleon thinks he's winning Germany. No. He's being set up because you see what they did. They raised Europe, and then they started over. Oh, and what was everything right after they got rid of Napoleon? A name that starts with R. Okay, takes over Paris, takes over everything. Oh, and where do they move in first thing? Everywhere Napoleon and his family lived. That's what they bought first. It's very personal, this whole R Napoleon situation. It's very personal, okay? If you see the way they act, they revel in it, okay? Why do they revel in it? Because it's personal, okay? This is the war between the two sides, okay? The good side is not always good. The bad side is not always bad. It is complicated. It really is. On our side, we have to be balanced, and we have to know who we are and be real. And we're not perfect, okay? But this is a battle between good and evil, and everybody knows it, okay? So here comes the letter straight from the subversion of Napoleon, okay? A letter from Napoleon to Josephine. I am leaving this minute to continue my march. You will be, my love, 5 or 6 days without news of me. Do not be anxious. It is necessary in view of the operations in process. Everything goes well and according to my hopes. I have just been present at the marriage of a son of the Elector with a niece of the King of Prussia. I wish to give a wedding present to cost 36 to 40,000 francs to the young princess. See to its purchase and send it by one of my chamberlains to the young bride when the chamberlains come to join me. It must be done at once. Adieu, my love. I love and embrace you. Napoleon. Can you deal with it? Yes, that was Napoleon. That's him. That's his personality. So, if you love that, if you think that's ideal and perfect in every way, and adorable, then you're me. Okay? So, now we're going to get into, oh my goodness, another subversion case by the Ming Dynasty. Okay? We're going to get through this. We're going to win this time. We have to. Okay? We have to. We must. Okay? So let's continue to hear about the trip to Spain. Okay? 2 souvenirs were bought. and brought home from that holiday. The first was a model of the bull ring mounted on a sheet of sandpaper, complete with cardboard terraces and screens behind which tormentors sheltered. There were painted model figures of every participant in the pageant. There was even a splash of blood red paint on the yoke of the bull, where the plume of darts had pierced him. I had added a handful of stolen sand from the beach by sprinkling it across the arena floor. The other memento was a small scale Spanish guitar. It remained untouched in the corner of my bedroom in a soft plastic case for all the years of my childhood. I picked it up when I was about 13 years old. I put it down again once I reached the impossible chord of F. Eventually, my curiosity about one particular song came over me. It was now 1969. Lads were passing around diagrams of chords as if they were girly pictures. Make this shape with your fingers, and song comes out. The song itself was no three-chord trick. It was pretty complex, old before its time, even world-weary. It was Peter Green's Man of the World. Earlier that year, I had slow danced with this pretty girl to Fleetwood Mac's #1 instrumental hit, Albatross. Hardly a very romantic title. We were on the deck of a converted troop ship somewhere near Valletta. My dad and her father and a couple hundred other kids' parents had paid the astronomical fee of £55 to send their children on an educational cruise around the Mediterranean. The accommodations had all the comforts that converted troop ship implies, but it seemed a great adventure until the ship hit a force 9 in the Bay of Biscay, decimating the faculty and the student body alike with seasickness. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a very good evening.